Let's all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening, everyone. We'll call the meeting to order at 7:05 p.m. Okay, and we will move on to item number 3, which is public comment. So if you'd like to make public comment, kindly come forward. State your name and address for the record. Into the microphone, please.
My name is Billy Ribzik, 47 Swan Avenue in Seymour. Thank you for granting me the opportunity to speak this evening. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Selectman Miller and his advocacy for us on this matter. My name, again, is Billy Ribzik. My wife, Cynthia, and I reside at 47 Swan Avenue. I'm here this evening to request that the board reconsider our request for $2,000 in return for the damage that occurred to our property during the repaving project on our street. In August of 2015, we returned home to find irreparable damage to 3 large trees in our front yard. This damage was done by the engineering company hired by the town. We initially sought resolution of this matter directly with the company. However, we were given nothing but the runaround, including meetings that were set up that were either canceled or ended with the representative being up to 2 hours late. In all this time, there was never a satisfactory answer given as to why our trees were cut and no other trees on our street were touched. We have a hard time believing that our small stretch of street posed the only insurmountable problem for the job. After consulting with an arborist, the only resolution is to have the trees completely removed and replanted, which would cost up to 3 times the amount we are requesting. We do not have a formalized estimate, as we have been told by the arborist that this would cost up to $300, and we don't feel we should have to bear the burden of any out-of-pocket expense on this matter. In conclusion, this has been an ongoing matter for 21 months, and we feel our request is reasonable. We believe we have demonstrated extreme patience as this matter is dragged on. We also feel that if any of you had experienced this type of damage, you would be as frustrated as we are. Thank you in advance for your reconsideration of our request.
Thank you, Billy. Is there any other public comment? Is there any other public comment? Is there any other public comments? Okay, hearing no public comment, we'll close public comment. We'll move on to item number 4, which is approve the minutes of the April 18, 2017 regular meeting. Can I have a motion to do so? Motion by Anne Marie, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. Item number 5, approve minutes from the April 27, 2017 special meeting. Can I have a motion to do so?
Second.
Motion by Anne Marie, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0-1. And please note Nicole's abstention. Okay, item number 6, first Selectmen's report. As a reminder, the referendum vote for the fiscal year 2018 Town of Seymour budget will take place on Thursday, May 11th, from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. at the Seymour Community Center. Please remind family and friends to get out and vote. Assuming the budgets pass, at our next meeting, I'll be asking the board to approve the fiscal year 2018 capital plan, which I presented to you a couple meetings ago, just to give you a rough idea of what we'd be looking at. Had a follow-up meeting regarding the small cities grant issues that have been presented to the board with both the residents and Lisa Lowe and her staff. Rich and I expect to have a full update at our next meeting on May 16th. We'll be receiving a large packet of information from Lisa Lowe, which Rich needs the opportunity just to go through, and then we'll have a formal report for you guys at our next meeting. I'll be presenting to Standard & Poor's on Wednesday, May 17th in Boston regarding the Town of Seymour's bond rating, leading up to our bond issuance in late June for the road and building projects. Again, our goal is to attain the AAA status. We're right on the cusp of that, so hopefully we've done enough in the last year that we can move up to their highest level. Met with the folks at PARS today, along with Rory, Tony, and Doug, regarding the town's OPEB liability trust fund. The conversations went very well, and documents have been sent to Rich for review. Assuming Rich is comfortable with the documents, I expect that we'll be opening the trust fund by June 1st, which will certainly be a good thing. Met with the folks at ADP, again, along with Doug, Tony, and Rory, who is our new payroll vendor, as you all know, about increased services for the town. We are specifically looking at a paperless HR portal and a time and attendance function, which would certainly be a benefit. Our goal is to streamline the payroll and benefits process into one more efficient and effective system. And as a reminder, the taco eating contest will be held again this year to benefit Meals on Wheels. The event will take place on Friday, May 5th, that's this Friday, at 5:05 p.m. at Hot Tamale. The turnout is looking like it should be pretty good. Stefan will be doing it, Len, myself. Nicole has hired a proxy eater, the defending champion, Alex Danka. But Rory says this is going to be his year. He's going to take Alex down.
Rory, you take Alex down.
Good luck. My money's on Danker.
So, and then I'm working on a side bet with David Morgan that if he eats more tacos than I do, that I will have to wash all the Meals on Wheels trucks. If I eat more than he does, he's going to have to wash a bunch of Public Works trucks. So we're going to have some side betting and try to raise a little bit more money for them. So, so with that, that closes the first Selectmen's report. No, there won't, because they're all going to be sent out for repair that day. Oh, no, if he's washing, I take that back. They'll all be here, that's right. Yeah, it's the Meals on Wheels trucks. So, all right, item number 7, discussion, take possible action regarding Town Clerk's State Library grant resolution. So I'll read the resolution into the record. A resolution empowering First Selectman to sign contract. Resolved that W. Kurt Miller, First Selectman, is empowered to execute and deliver in the name and on behalf of this municipality a contract with the Connecticut State Library for a historic documents preservation grant. Can I have a motion to accept the resolution as presented? Motion by Nicole, second by Anne Marie. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Opposed, abstained, chair votes aye, motion passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda is item number 8, discussion, take possible action regarding award of bids for the 2017 road work. In your packets, you should have 2 letters from town engineer Brian Nesteriak. So we'll go with the first letter, not that they're numbered or lettered or anything, but I'll read it into the record just so we have it. It says, Dear Selectmen, on March 27, 2017, the town published a request to procure bids for the mill and repave of 6 roadways. Bids were due on April 19, 2017, at which time we had received a total of 10 bids. All bidders were researched and determined to be capable and qualified in performing of the work. Attached to this letter is a summary spreadsheet showing the bid results of each bidding company. The apparent low bidder of the total contract, which is based on unit price and approximate quantities, is A&J Construction. Based on my analysis, it is my opinion that the contract be awarded to A&J Construction. The town has worked extensively with A&J over the past few years and has not had any issues with the quality of their work. Being the parent low bidder, the town should be secure with A&J in this capacity. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Brian P. Nesteriak. All right, so this is for 6 of the roads. And the 2 letters, one is for milling and repaving, the other is for full-depth reconstruction. As you can see, the price sheets, the different companies that are on there. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion that, or actually, let me read the second letter, and then we can do them both, Rich, is that okay? In one shot? Okay. And I'll read the second letter. March 27, 2017, the town published a request to procure bids for the reconstruction of 12 roadways. Bids were due on April 19, 2017, at which time we had received a total of 9 bids. All bidders were researched and determined to be capable and qualified in performing of the work. Attached to this letter is a summary spreadsheet showing the bid results of each bidding company. The apparent low bidder of the total contract, which is based on unit price and approximate quantities, is A&J Construction. Based on my analysis, it is my opinion that the contract be awarded to A&J Construction. The town has worked extensively with A&J over the past few years and has not had any issues with the quality of their work. Being the apparent low bidder, the town should be secure with A&J in this capacity. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Brian P. Nesteriak. Okay, so you can see attached the bids for the reconstruction work that is to be done and the different companies. And I think we can all agree that the work we have seen from A&J over the last year has been exceptional compared to some of the other companies that we've had in the past. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion that the town award, the Seymour Road Mill and Repaving 2017 and the Seymour Road Construction 2017 bids to A&J Construction as recommended by Town Engineer Brian Nesteriak. Motion by Anne Marie, second by Nicole. Under discussion. If you have any questions, comments? Not everybody remembers the roads outlined. Based on the numbers that we received in these bids, Brian feels very comfortable that we will get through, obviously, all of 2017, all of 2018, and a good part of 2019. So we'll actually get 2 years ahead of our plan. Again, that takes into account Bungay, Mountain, and Holbrook all being done through the lot set program. So, okay. Okay, no other questions or comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. At this point, I'd like to make a motion to add to the agenda discussion and possible action regarding the waiving of bids for the town hall flooring project. Motion by Al, second by Anne Marie. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda, discussion and possible action regarding the waiving of bids for the town hall flooring project. As you know, last year we put aside money to do some work on the buildings. We put aside $150,000 in a reoccurring count that we would be working on. Two of the projects that we had identified, one was the roof at Citizens Engine, which we'll be working on this spring. The other was the redoing of Town Hall. As you can see, 2 years ago, we started with the painting. We, this year, had planned to do all the carpeting and all of the flooring in Town Hall, as well as starting to redo the offices themselves with new furniture. Some of the desks that we have in Town Hall are actually hand-me-downs from Thule, from Basement System, things like that. The desk that I have was purchased by Bob Koskolowski the first time he was in office, so that desk is from the 80s. It's actually starting to fall apart. So we've been working on putting this together. We went out and we got 3 bids from 3 companies that the town has worked with in the past. The amounts came in right where we had anticipated, so we asked to have additional work added to these quotes. That request has put the amount above $25,000 for the flooring. The project is scheduled to start the third week in May. So I wanted to bring these 3 quotes to you, explain them, and then ask that we waive the bid requirements. So that's where we are. Any questions on that before I jump into this? Okay. The 3 companies that we reached out to were Corbin Carpets, who actually did a lot of the carpeting work that's here in Town Hall now. Seymour Floors, which that person actually used to work with Corbin Carpets and helped put the carpets in as a part of that. And then Oxford Floor Covering and Decorating. So those are the 3 ones. Corbin Carpets came in with a bid of $5,900. Their work is just basically doing the hallways. It doesn't make any mention of doing any of the office space, doing the front foyer, doing the stairs, anything like that. So it's a quote that's, I'm not even sure is accurate. Yeah, so, but that's one that we've got. Now, he did come out and look at everything, measure everything, so we did reach out for him to update his quote, and we did not hear back from him. The second quote was from Seymour Floors, and this is to sell and install 2,175 square feet of plank and the hallways, upper and lower foyer, 394 square yards of carpet tile, 2,342 linear feet of vinyl base in black, 21 4-foot and 15 6-foot stair treads, rip up, dispose old materials, carpet tile, and everything. Total cost $33,624.50. This, Seymour Floors is recommending carpet tile. That way, if there's an issue, it's very easy to take those up and put those down. Carpet tile is actually what we have up at the library. It's actually worked very well. The vinyl planking that we're talking about for the hallways is the same vinyl planking that is in Peach Wave. So if any of you have been in Peach Wave, the floor that's in there, it's actually very durable, looks nice. That's what we're going to have for the hallways. So it's not going to be the old, kind of old school linoleum like we have out there. It'll be a little bit nicer. The other bid is from Oxford Flooring Covering and Decorating. And they will be installing, numbers are very similar, slightly off just based on rounding and things like that. Their quote is $29,842. So there is a difference of about $3,000 between the two quotes. My recommendation to the board would be to go with Seymour Floors, because though it's more money, I'd rather see the money kept in Seymour, with the Seymour business, as opposed to business from Oxford, but that decision is up to the Board of Selectmen.
So, Kurt, it's all comparable work and product?
Yes. Yeah.
Does it come down to that, supporting a local, somebody in our town, as
Yeah.
opposed to somebody in the vicinity?
Correct. It's not the exact same product. It's kind of a McDonald's Burger King thing. I mean, it's good product, but
Yeah,
it's just not
but it's
exact, yeah.
Pretty.
Each one uses a
comparable.
different supplier.
Yep.
Stuff, yeah.
Are you gonna hate me for my question? It's not a stupid question.
We'll give it a judgment.
I don't know why you would think that, but I'll reserve judgment.
When were these linoleum, or when was the flooring put down in this building?
I'd have to check, but it's not as old as you think.
When you just loose it?
Yeah, town engineer will look at it to make sure there's no remediation issues with asbestos in the mastiff underneath.
Thank
Not a dumb question at all.
No, I don't know.
you. They really come from
Karen, is that one? Any questions on the bids themselves or the waiving of the bids?
I agree with you 100%. I'd like to see the money kept in Seymour.
Right, and that's my thing. If it was a large amount, I would think differently, but, it's $3,000. Not that that's a small amount or insignificant amount of money, but like I said, in this day and age, I'd rather we're promoting Seymour businesses, sending the money their way. We have had experience with both Seymour Floors and Oxford Floor Covering Decorating. They're both excellent companies. They both do a great job. So with all things being equal, I'd rather see we kept the money in Seymour. So,
My point is that, as long as we're getting comparably.
yes. Yes. Stephanie, any questions? Rich, anything you want to add? No? Okay, so with that, we just have to make a motion to make a motion to waive the bid, and then make a motion to award the bid to Seymour Floors. Okay. So at this point then, I'll entertain a motion that the Board of Selectmen waive the bid requirement for the Town Hall flooring project.
So moved.
Motion by Karen, second by Anne Marie. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 6-0. And then I'll entertain a motion that the Board of Selectmen award the bid for the Town Hall flooring project to Seymour Floors in an amount not to exceed $33,624.50.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Anne Marie, second by Nicole.
I had to put that number in my
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. And on behalf of all the employees who work in this building, they are very appreciative of that because the carpets here are a little sketchy, and I'm sure that they will appreciate the upgraded. Leanna's smiling, so you can tell. So, okay, so we'll move on to item number 9, which is appointments. We have several appointments tonight, all for the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Rich, could I do these en masse? Okay. At this point, I will entertain a motion to reappoint the following people to the Local Emergency Planning Committee: Brian Anderson, Dale Can, Thomas Amy, Anne Marie Dragonis, Kyle Kelly, Kurt Miller, Paul Sitkowski, Karen Spargo, Mike Lombardi, Paul Wedowitz, Rick Demko, and Tim Willis, and for the new appointment of Len Green Jr. These are all 2-year terms that will expire on May 2nd, 2019. I have a motion to do so. Motion by Karen, second by Al. Under discussion, the reason Len is a new appointment, he is replacing Nicole as the deputy first select person on the committee. Okay, if there's no questions or comments, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
The chair abstains as well. Motion passes 4-0-2. And please note mine and Anne Marie's abstention. Just got to make sure we had it on. So, item number 10, tax refunds and abatements. And as an oldie but a goodie, we'll kick this down to Nicole. See if she still has what it takes.
Thank you. The following overpayment of tax payment in total of $1,158.04 needs to be approved for refund in accordance with the provisions of Section 12-129 of the Connecticut General Statutes, dated at Seymour, the 28th day of April, 2017. Susan Boland, Assistant Tax Collector.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
Welcome.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to accept the tax collector's report as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Anne Marie, second by Stefan. Just under discussion, everybody make sure there's no conflicts. Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. Next item is item number 12, correspondence. We have 2 pieces of correspondence. We have the check register, and then we have correspondence from resident Joseph Luciano, which he would like to be used as his public comment and attached to the record. And is a public comment and correspondence to the Seymour Ordinance Committee for our next scheduled meeting. And that is to repeal or rewrite Seymour's snow ordinance, Ordinance 14-6, and its enforcement ordinance 1-9. Neither is monitored, implemented, nor enforced, allowing hardship, discrimination, disservice, and disrespect to seniors and persons with disabilities living downtown or elsewhere in Seymour. Town of Seymour leadership should feel ashamed for its policy and practice. And then he has additional information attached to that. So this comments will go to the Ordinance Committee, and we will discuss this at our next meeting. Okay? That closes correspondence. So with that, we'll move to item number 13, which is again public comment. Is there any additional public comment? Is there any additional public comment? Hearing no additional public comment, we'll move on to item number 14, Selectmen's public comment, and we'll start off with Stefan.
Sure. Can I ask what prompted the new stop sign on Pearl Street being put up?
A request was made through the Board of Police Commissioners, whose charge that is. They're the traffic authority along with the chief. What the specifics of that, I don't know. I know there's been a lot of speeding in that area, and they're attempting to slow cars down, similar to what we did on West Street. I think, to be honest with you, as these roads get repaved, the speeding in town is only going to get worse. I mean, as bad as the potholes are, they actually slow cars down. So, I mean, I can ask and find out and let you know where specifically the request came from, if you'd like to know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a,
Thanks. And just, actually, that's it. Thanks.
is it? Yep. Okay. And Steph and I had a good time this morning on the Valley Indy podcast. So, we had fun. Huh? He didn't, I'm saying that. I'm just commenting on his comments. Karen? Say he agrees. Karen?
Along those lines, I just want to say that I don't recall when, the date I brought it up, but the stop sign at Davis Road in Canfield across from Mrs. Lounsbury's house has been missing for a couple of years.
Davis
Do you know where I'm talking about?
I know where
You
Mrs.
know where
Lounsbury
Carol's
lives.
parents live?
Yep.
Right there, at that intersection. That stop sign has been gone, and I noticed the other day when I was driving down Mountain Road that the stop sign at one of the exits for the new middle school is gone. As you look at the middle school, it's on the far left-hand side at the end of the driveway.
exiting the
If
front
you're gonna
driveway?
exit-
Okay. Leaving the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I didn't notice if there are any other ones missing, but I did notice that one.
Okay. Let's go back to the first one.
Okay.
Davis and Canfield. Coming, which one of the four is missing?
Coming down, facing Mrs. Lounsbury's house, coming down, Canfield?
Coming from her parents' house.
Right.
So Mrs.
At-
Lounsbury's
next
house
to-
is on the left?
Right.
Okay. Well, you know your small town one. Yeah, we took a right at the large rock directly across from the maple tree.
Wait a minute, I didn't say anything about rock.
But it's small town. It's small town. Roar, can you reach out to Tony tomorrow?
I love
I never noticed that, to be honest with you, so I'll
The
take it.
sign?
That sign was missing.
I
I mean, I'm not there that much, but,
I think that happened around the same time that a sign was stolen when they named the Wildcat Drive. Remember when they
Wildcat
named
Way.
the Wildcat Way?
oh, God, that was like 2002 or
Where you
2003.
got hurt, I'm telling you, I
Okay.
brought it up.
Okay. We can get that done.
Okay, that's it for that, unless somebody else.
What?
Oh, yeah, you got that.
Wildcat
Oh,
Way.
yeah.
You were angry at that one.
No, 2012. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I was
that
angry at that.
sign
You meant fall.
Has made it.
Yeah. It's,
The first one was stolen, the
It-
second one.
it has special bolts on it
Very
now.
angry. That was a
It has special
Facebook
bolts
post.
on it now. To get it off is nearly impossible.
I think you need an electric shock.
Well,
it.
Al.
I
Okay.
agree, Karen.
Thank you, Anne. Now, the only other thing.
Oh, there's
I
more, I'm
have-
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I thought you were done, I'm sorry.
The only other thing I have is a compliment, and I don't mean to leave anybody out, because I'm sure that this comment will apply to other people, to other organizations. But as I often am getting off Route 8 to go on a bi-weekly visit to Stop and Shop, I noticed the way that Welcome to Seymour has been decorated by the Lions.
Mhm.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
What they've done. And I would just like to compliment them, not to exclude anybody else. I mean, there are places in town I don't go. But I just thought it was beautiful.
Yes, they do a nice job every year. It's been their spot, this will be their third year that they've had that spot. They do a nice job.
That's it for me.
Excellent, thank you, Karen. Al?
I just wanted to commend Public Works for the condition of our fields. A lot of the youth sports programs have started in town over the past couple of weekends, and everything is green and well cut, and the fields are lined, and parking lots are clean, and garbages are emptied, and they've just done a nice job with that. So, especially Gary Park, I've noticed looks really good. So that's it. Just want to compliment them on that. Keep up the good work.
I will pass that compliment along to them. Thank you, Al. Emery?
I was privileged and honored to attend the Seymour Pink Ziti dinner last week. And had a huge turnout. I never really knew how big it was, but it was big, and it's such great that our small town can give such great big, has such a great big park. Very, very good.
Yeah, it barely fits anymore on the Brookside, but they won't leave because that's their place.
I know.
Yeah. It's a great event. Nicole?
Thank you. Just one quick comment. We had Earth Day last Saturday. I believe we did at Sacraments Pond
Yes.
in Seymour. I wasn't able to attend Sacraments Pond, but I did my personal Earth Day pickup with my sister around our various towns, so it was nice to see people, doing their part and just reminding people it doesn't have to be one day a year for Earth Day. We could do our part just to pick up some trash that we see any day, with gloves, of course. But, thank you.
Yeah, Rory gets the credit for that. That was his thing that he put together.
Good job, Rory.
So he did a nice job. We had a nice turnout of people that were there. A lot of tires, which is amazing.
that.
And there's a great picture of Rory covered in mud. I threw a tire over a stream, and I called out to Rory to watch out, and it hit the ground. It was perfect. In just slow motion, the mud came up and slapped right on his face. And as a true trooper, Rory did not wipe it off. He just kept right on working with the mud on his face. So, yeah. It's like the guy in baseball, the pitcher throws at his head, he doesn't dust himself off, he just goes right back to it. That was Rory. So Rory gets full credit for all of that. Rich? Rory, anything we missed? No? Okay. With that,
I make a motion to adjourn. Second.
as always, motion by Anne Marie, second by Karen. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 6-0. Mark the meeting closed at 7:36 p.m.